Did you know that the movies and cartoons you watch are completely different from what the rest of the world is seeing? Well, folks, if you thought cartoons and movies are the same everywhere, we'll have to disappoint you. For example, everyone knows that in Muslim countries where The Simpsons is broadcasted, Homer doesn't drink beer or eat pork, as Islam is not in favor of these practices. But what almost no one knows is that even Lisa's outfit, her orange dress, is longer and has much longer sleeves in those same places. I guess you didn't know that. This is just one of the 12 movies and cartoons that are very different in other parts of the world, which we're going to show you now. Inside Out. Recently, news came out that Inside Out 2 is being produced, which is really cool. And just like in the first movie, Inside Out 2 will probably have scenes that need to be different in each country where it will be shown. No, we're not talking about the broccoli that Riley didn't want to eat when she was a baby, which we mentioned in the video 12 Disney movies that are different in other countries, which you can check out if you haven't seen it yet, once this video is over. The scene we're going to talk about now is also related to Asian countries, just like the broccoli case. We're talking about the scene where Riley's imaginary friend, Bing Bong, reads the danger sign. He reads it from left to right, as is normal in Western countries. The detail is that in some Eastern countries, the reading of lines is done the other way around. That is, from right to left. And because of this scene with Bing Bong had to be changed in those countries to make more sense to the children who were watching the movies there. Up! Everyone remembers the opening sequence of Up, where we see Carl and his beloved Ellie together. It's seriously so beautiful. During this scene, they separate a bottle that they use as a piggy bank to save money to go to Paradise Falls, and they even put up a piece of paper with the name Paradise Falls written on it. But in the international version, shown in many other countries, the written paper was replaced with a paper featuring a drawing of Paradise Falls, to avoid language confusion. Coraline. Coraline is one of those animated films that stands out for its unique animation style mixed with those dark tones that worked really well in the movie. And it seems that it's not just us who think that, because in Japan, an anime was developed featuring a protagonist who bears a striking resemblance to Coraline. And we don't believe in coincidences, at least not in this case. There was definitely a strong inspiration from the 2009 film. The name of the anime is Wonder Egg Priority, and the main character's name is Ai. She simply has short blue hair, just like Coraline, wears a yellow raincoat, carries a side bag, and even clips her hair on the same side as Coraline. There's even a scene that strongly resembles a scene from Coraline when Ai holds an egg, almost in the same way Coraline holds a stone. Of course, the stories are quite different, but the character in all these details bears a strong resemblance to Coraline, which suggests that the creator of the anime really wanted Coraline fans to watch their show. It was a brilliant move. Cars 2. There's a car scene that was shown differently depending on the country where it was screened. It's the scene where Lightning McQueen is talking to two other cars, one of them being Jeff Gorvette. In the original version of the film, Jeff is voiced by former NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon, who even serves as the inspiration for the character's name. He was considered one of the greatest racers in the history of the United States. However, in versions made for other countries, both Jeff's appearance and the chosen voice actor were modified to be a famous local racer. For example, in Spain, Jeff was voiced by Fernando Alonso, and in Germany by Sebastian Vettel, both Formula One world champions. And in Russia, the voice actor was also a Formula One driver named Vitaly Petrov. In Mexico, he was dubbed by MEMO Rojas Jr., a very famous racing driver there. Cars 2, again! Continuing with the character Jeff Gorvette, in some countries where there were no racers available to voice the character, they found another alternative. Jeff Gorvette was completely replaced by a car with a completely different name, and the substitute character for Jeff Gorvette was customized with the colors of each country's flags to be even more specific. For example, in China, he became known as Long Giet. In Brazil, he was called Carlo Veloso. In Sweden, he became Jan Flash Nilsson, and in France, he was known as Raul Ligero. We still have 6 more cartoons to tell you about that were changed in other countries. So if you're enjoying the video, comment down below, #world, to let us know that you also enjoy cartoons that are shown worldwide. Mickey! This one is truly unknown to most people, and it's even surprising. The name Mickey Mouse is known worldwide, right? That's what we also thought before discovering that in Italy, the world's most famous mouse has a completely different name. There, he is called Topolino. which is the name given to small domestic mice, and it's more common to use that name there. In other words, in Italy, Mickey's name is simply Mouse. Maybe it's because it's harder to forget? Up! Part 2. Returning to Up and Carl and Ellie, when the little girl visits her future husband as children, she shows him an invaluable secret, her adventure book. However, in several countries, they replace the title of the book in English with versions in the local languages of other countries, such as French, Japanese, Polish, Spanish, and so on. Ratatouille. This is the most gastronomic film that Disney Pixar has ever made, but I'm not sure if I would have the courage to eat food prepared by a little rat, as cute as Remy is. The detail is that, for those who watch the film, they know that it takes place in a French restaurant, and French cuisine is known worldwide. What few people noticed, but the folks at Pixar took care of, is related to the cover of the recipe book. For most of the world, the title of the book appeared in French, which is normal since they are in France. However, in most English-speaking countries and some others, it was changed and the title appeared in English. Monsters University. In the second film of the Monsters, Inc. universe, we see Mike and Sully in a university setting. There's a scene that has two versions, the original version and an international version that was sent to some countries. The scene shows the duo of friends arriving at a space where some games were going to take place, and on the wall, the term Scare Games was spray painted. But there's a second version where the words were replaced by graffiti featuring a banner with a kind of trophy in the center, with 2 Greek letters on each side of the trophy. Pokemon. That's right, let's talk about Pokemon, that cartoon that has been telling the story of that boy who hasn't aged a single day for over 20 years. Ash and his friends are always seen eating a traditional Japanese snack called onigiri, which is usually triangular, made with rice, and filled with fried salmon or other salty, sour ingredients. But in the version made for the United States, the team decided to replace the Japanese snack with something more common: donuts. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe you're still too young to know, but the truth is that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were not created from 2014 onwards, when the first live-action reboot film was released. In fact, they have been on the screens for over 30 years and originated from a comic book released in 1984. As you may know, the story is about the 4 turtle brothers who fight against the evil Shredder to protect New York. However, when the franchise was launched in the United Kingdom, it was considered, at the time, too violent, and some alterations had to be made. For example, Michelangelo's nunchucks, the most fun-loving of the brothers who loves pizza, were replaced with ropes because they were considered too dangerous. Now I wonder why they didn't remove Leonardo's swords as well. Anyway, even the name ninja had to be removed because it could influence children to engage in inappropriate acts, and it was replaced with heroes. Those were the 12 movies and cartoons that were modified in different countries around the world. Which cartoon do you think was missing from the list? Comment down below, we want to know! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming videos. Until next time, bye-bye!